Hi, this is Mike.
And I'm Steve.
And this is COMX-TV. We are live here at
Philadelphia Comic Con.
Oh, what is it?
Philadelphia Comic Convention.
It's ComicFest 93.
That's the one.
And we're here with, I don't know how many thousand people.
There's thousands of people here.
We spent 2 hours so far in Artist Alley, which is on the other side. And
now we're hitting all the other stuff, the card shops, DC, Marvel, Supreme, Extreme, Dark Horse. All their stands are over here. We're going to hit them now.
Yeah, we already hit, there's Gumby over there. We already hit most of the artists. We got some interviews with some of them. Like you said, we're going to go and hit this other stuff. People throwing fingers at us. And
we got lots of stuff going on here.
We're having a good time. It's a good time. We're here with our camera crew, Robin and Sue. And we're going to go and get some more interviews, meet some more people. We're going to see if we can get some with Todd McFarlane, Jim Shooter, some of the other people. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yep.
All right. And we're back in our studio after that little introduction at ComicFest. So, Steve, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was fabulous. I never could imagine how big that it actually was going to be. When we walked in, we picked up our media passes. It was funny because we never expected it. Mike did all the little things you had to do to get qualified as media, talk to them to tell them we had a show and everything. We pick up our media passes. First we figuring, okay, we got to walk in and pay $12 to get in like everybody else. Well, they're like, well, just follow us through this opening here. So we go through, straight in, nothing. Then they had a media room for press and VIP guests, and we walked into there, and they had a nice little setup: donuts, pop, coffee.
Sponsored by Dark Horse.
Sponsored by Dark Horse Comics. And then there was windows that showed out into the convention center, and when me and Mike walked up, it was unbelievable.
Yeah,
this blew the Niagara Falls Convention Center away to size of this. It was just amazing.
We have some video of that we will show you, just to give you an idea of how big it was. The show was, we talked to quite a few people. I talked to some of the dealers and publishers that were there, and they said that Saturday, the day that we were there, was the best day. Sunday might have been good too, but obviously it's going on Thursday and Friday. A lot of people are working. And I mean, I don't know how they expected that many people to be there.
A lot of out-of-towners couldn't make it, like us. We couldn't make it till Saturday. A lot of people had to work, so
it was good. We were at, you were at local shows and things like that, and you meet some not even local artists, but you meet artists and such like that in the industry. But when you go to something like this, and like every major publisher, tons of small press things that I review all the time, those people are there, and
it's amazing.
And there's all the stuff, the Gumby exhibit and the animation art exhibit and the Beetle Bailey stuff and
Skycaps exhibit.
Tons and tons of stuff and free giveaways and things like that, and it was
amazing.
It was good. There's can't be too many more like that other than San Diego. There's probably not anything else.
Comic-Con, which I made a mistake in the beginning. I want everybody to forgive me. It's ComicFest, not Comic-Con.
Yeah, there's can't be too many more like those
ComicFest.
But it was a good show, and basically that's about it. For now, we've got a ton of interviews that we're gonna go through. Basically, we're gonna intersplice the interviews with reviews of those people's books over, probably over the next month or so. We got enough interviews for a while. Some of the people like Todd McFarlane, we got some video of him, but of course the line, it wasn't worth waiting in line for him. And he doesn't
4 hours.
He doesn't look like he's that friendly of a person, just sitting there signing his name and like passing you on. You're just a number.
Pawning you off.
He didn't care.
We got some really, really neat stuff.
Yeah. So why don't we get into our weekly reviews of comics that we picked up over the past week, read, and what we feel. We'll give you what we feel is a good, bad, decent rating on them, and it's for you to judge then afterwards. But we'll give you what we feel is it.
Yeah. You want me to start?
Steve can start today.
For my first one, by DC, Robin #1, his new series. This one sells for $2.95. It's not bad because you got the foil cover. The color in this one, well, let me show you in a second here. The color in this one wasn't bad. The storyline was pretty interesting. It starts out where Batman is beating the living Podolsky out of Robin. The new Batman, I'm sorry, not the old Batman. Robin doesn't like the way that Batman proceeds anymore, so they split up and they do their own thing, which you knew was coming, just like Bruce Wayne went his own way. He's got his own series. But Robin takes on, in this one, he takes on a bunch of car thieves, a mutant gang that's stealing cars and stripping them down and that. It really didn't lead on too much on what's going to happen in the next book, other than Robin has his car, or Robin's best friend has his car stolen and comes to him, and well, I figured you can figure that one out from there. So, but I'm going to stick with this story. I gave this one a top rating because I really liked the way it was drawn out. It sort of depicted everything. The color was good story. But I gave this one a top rating. And
this, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, isn't this like the third Robin series there was?
Fourth Robin
one?
series.
Because I think I got #1 of the first Robin.
They got Robin 1, Robin 2, Robin 3, and now this one is just plain out Robin #1. This is the fourth.
Of no issues.
Yes,
so
this is unlimited.
Continuing series.
And the other issues, I believe Robin 3 is still going on, so he's starting to pick up like Batman, Dark Knight, and all those series. So, okay, that's my first one. We're doing something different this week. I'm doing my 4, and then Mike will do his. Second one, this is by Fleetway Quality Press. Stronium Bitch. Very, very unique book.
Bad language.
This one, yes, bad language. This one, well, the color is very bland. Very, 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 very bland. This one deals with, there's a warrior race of Stronium Bitch, which are vampires. And she gets captured by this cult, which drugs them, puts them on an island, induces heat lamps to make them sweat. This drug they give them, they sweat out, and it's more potent. So what they do is they come in, these things come in, wipe the sweat off of them, give them more water, which is laced with the drug in, and they constantly do that. Well, she escapes and starts all kind of trouble, and this island that she's on is surrounded by razorfish, modernly known as piranha. But the story isn't bad. I mean, it's something to stick with. I believe this was number 2 of 3. I really liked it, though. I gotta say, I would think twice about buying it, though, if somebody just to walk off the street and pick it up. I would just think twice about it. I liked it myself because I like this kind of things, but I gave this one a 2. For my third one, I'm going with Midnight Suns Unlimited. This is the Ghost Rider Faces the Harvester. This one's got 4 different stories in it, I'm sorry. They don't coincide. None of the stories really coincide. The color in this one was very, very, very good. It's printed on high quality paper. It's a little pricey at $3.95 from Marvel. It's number 2 because it's the Midnight Suns Unlimited. They're starting an Unlimited Series 2. Morbius is in here, Ghost Rider. The Morbius story in here is probably the best story out of all of them. I'd pick it up for the Morbius story alone if anybody likes Morbius. So I gave this one a 2 also. And for my last one, this is unbelievable. This is U-Demon. A new series out. This is number 2 of 3. This one was phenomenal. I like these kind of stories. This has got a dual cover, different sides. This guy over here is the good guy, and this guy obviously is the bad guy. They're both ugly as hell, but this one was very unique. It starts out in this one where the bad demon opens up a porthole and the good demon goes through, and they end up facing each other. And Euro Demon, or whatever his name is, the white guy with the little cross that's upside down embedded in his forehead, pushes the good demon back through the porthole and says he's opening up 2 portholes. Well, he ends up opening up a porthole on top of the Empire State Building. And when the good demon gets up there, he finds all these people hooked on the fence and they're dead, and this bad demon needs their bodies and this and that. And well, towards the end, they both go off the side of the Empire State Building, and there's really I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm going to stick with this one because I like the color, I like the story, it's well drawn. If you see the front cover, I mean, it could scare the hell out of a little kid. I mean, it's just really great. Little kids, ask your parents first to buy this one. Let them look at it. Definitely buy it. Definitely buy it. I gave this one a top rating of 3. Sort of rates right up there with my Alien series.
And as I just took a look at that one, it is not approved by the Comics Code Authority, so it is more for mature readers anyways.
Yes.
That's why.
It's by Dark Horse Comics also. It's $2.50.
As Steve said, little kids, check with your parents.
Yes. You have your parent, or if you just want to hide it underneath the bed, you know, with
Yes.
Dad's books.
Yes. Okay, now, the reason we did this a little different this week is we're going to try this. We're going to see, since I mainly do independent, small press kind of stuff, I want to try and keep them separate. I want to do like an indie review, small press review. So we're going to try and keep them separate because usually we go back and forth. We're going to give this a shot, see how it works. Okay, this week's indie review brings a ton of information, a lot of stuff that we get. Oh my goodness,
They're coming to get me.
They're coming for us.
Again.
News for those who like to read. Small press, small publisher, and the publisher, it's good news for everyone because, as we saw at ComicFest '93 in Philadelphia, the weekend of October 8th, the indies were excellently represented. There were tons of them there. Small press people trying to push their books. There was tons of them. Small press is out there. They're trying to get their word out. A lot of people that had just one book out, you know, they're out there trying to push their book.
A lot of artists out there.
A lot of them, and it looked good. We saw a lot of interesting titles that we haven't seen here yet that we will be reviewing in the next few weeks, next month.
Got
or
a
so.
lot of mailing lists.
A lot of them said that sales were up and things were doing well, going well. It was great to meet some of those people. So, as I said, we're gonna the whole independent comic world looks like it's gonna be doing well. So, there's gonna be a lot of these comics coming out. A lot of new ones coming out soon. So, another thing we saw, there are TV shows like ours in other cities. There's one in Dallas.
One in Philadelphia.
There's one in Philadelphia.
One in Ohio.
There's one in Ohio. There's a radio show in New York City. I think there might be a TV show in New York City also.
And Overstreet Price Guide has their own show too.
Hero.
No, Overstreet had cameras there too.
Yeah, but that was probably for something else. That might
Well,
have been,
whatever. They were walking around with a camera.
Hero's got their own Hero Illustrated coming out.
Yeah, they copied us.
It's gonna be a VHS release, and after that, it's gonna be a syndicated TV show. I was speaking with someone from Overstreet who told me that they thought this was a great idea, and they're giving us some tips on what we can do. So we're gonna see if we can do that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get into my reviews. The first one I got is from Antarctic Press. It's $2.50. This is #1 of Buffalo Wings. This is an interesting book. It's by John Nunemacher. He did, I guess he did these. These are kind of old. They're from '91. The book is brand new, but these were something he did a few years back. They're about a bunch of animals. Black and white, as you can see. It's not the highest of quality, but I liked it. There's no ads. I don't think there's even anything in the back. Just in the very back, there's an ad, a page or two of ads.
Mango with a mang.
Yep. But it's good stuff. I like it. Nice little stories. It's about a bunch of animals in college. And it's an interesting little...
Frat parties.
Yeah, they drink their sodas and stuff like that. And I liked it. I'd give it... I wouldn't give it no high rating. I'd give it a 1. But it was good. I picked it up because this name was driving me crazy. And in the back, he gives a story on how he got the name, which is named after buffalo chicken wings. If that
Cool.
if you didn't figure that one out. This next one I've got is Chainsaw Vigilante #1. This is from, who the heck's this from? Oh, this is from New England Comics. This is a spin-off from The Tick. It's by Ben Edlund was the creator. This is another black and white one. Xander Cannon is the writer, artist, and the letterer for this. Had a nice chrome cover. It's kind of pricey at $3.25. Again, there's no ads until the back of the book. There's a couple. It's a little hard to catch at the beginning. It kind of jumps around and can't quite figure out what's going on in the story. It's kind of hard to figure it out. And finally, you get a gist for it. He's a vigilante. And in Tickville here, or whatever they call us, there's like superheroes all over the place. There's almost as many superheroes as there are people. So he's out there trying to make it to get rid of all the superheroes because there's too many superheroes, and they're like running amok.
So he's hacking them apart?
Well, he's trying to get rid of them. He doesn't. It's actually not a hacker slasher, but he's like trying to get rid of them. It's kind of funny. It's not bad. I'll give it that one also. Next one we've got is Team Anarchy. This is from Dagger Comics. This is #1. It's by Mark Schmitz, who is the creator and the penciler. And the story's by Paul Danner. Real nice book. Cover, I've been looking at this cover for months, and I like the cover. And I finally picked it up when it came in. Nice looking book, good story. Good art, good color. This first issue is $2.75. It's a good book. The story is about, what the heck's the story about? Oh, it's got these group, I read this a week ago and I forgot what it's about. It's this group, just like every other thing, it's a little group of superheroes, they all have superpowers. They are trying to let all the mutants loose from this prison that they're all stuck in. I don't know what they're trying to do. And this one girl, man, she's got some top on her. I don't know how it stays up. It's just hanging. It's glued. It's just hanging off of her upper anatomy, and
It's glued on.
Anyway, Dagger was at ComicFest, and they had a limited edition 100 copies of the audio version of this book for $19.95. It was cool. You put it on, and you could listen to them talking. You know, it's got some good
Weird
music
voices
behind
and music.
And it was cool listening to, you know, the audio version
Pricey
of this.
though. Very pricey.
I almost bought it.
$13.99.
No, $19.95.
$19.95.
It was worth it, I think. I was going to pick it up. Anyways, I'd give that one 2 3/8. It's almost a 3. Anyways, next one we've got is Sludge, #1. This is from the Ultraverse universe, Malibu. This is by Steve Gerber, who does the story, and Aaron Lopresti does the artwork. Sludge is a former New York, well, I don't know if he's a New York cop. He's a former cop who he was a bad cop, taking money and bribes and stuff like that.
No, he was Chicago.
He was somewhere, and
Chicago cop.
He got caught in a crossfire. He tried to get out of a hit on another cop. They wanted him to kill another cop. He said no. He got caught in this crossfire in this chemical plant. Chemicals dumped on him. He turned into Sludge. It's not a bad story at all. But the backside, you flip it over, has I believe it's the first part of Rune by Barry Windsor Smith, and
it's just a story, no pictures.
Yeah, there's pictures. There's 3 pages in each, like 6 or 8, 12 titles by Malibu, 3 pages a piece. It comes out to a book. They got coupons for #0 in the back here, or in the middle. You add them up from all these books, and you get a free copy of Rune, the whole book, instead of having to buy all these stupid things, which you have to buy anyways, to get the #0 coupons. So you end up buying more than you need. This is a pretty good story. I give this one a 2. And that's it for me this week on the reviews.
Cool.
Steve will now roll into his previews.
All right.
Of books that we feel will be fine reads in the coming months.
Okay, my first one this week is Lobo Cop #1 of 1. This one, after Lobo accidentally parties to death. You know how he likes to drink. Some twisted corporate scientists decide that the late main man would be a perfect subject for a sick experiment to create the ultimate law enforcer. Sort of like RoboCop, but this is LoboCop. Salvaging Lobo's deranged brain and replacement of a robot body, the last Carisian becomes Lobocop. His prime directive, frag all criminals. Not crimes, criminals. This is special illustrated by Martin Edmond, artist of Tundra's White Trash. This one is shipping December 23rd, and it's from Ronald's. It sells for $1.95.
It's from Ronald's McDonald's.
Ronald's McDonald's. Sounds interesting, though. If anybody likes the Lobo series, it should be interesting.
Yes, it should. It should be very interesting, as we all know. The first one I've got this week is from HMH Publishing, which has a subsidiary, Nemesis, and it's called Frank. And Frank is your favorite and my favorite from many years ago, Frankenstein. But this is the modern Frankenstein. It's for mature readers. It's by Chichester, Cowan, Manley, and Birch. It's based on the classic. He's a grisly modern version of that. It deals with a series of mutilations, a syndicate of millionaires seeking body parts for their own personal needs. Inner city gang violence, a strange trio of antagonists, a whole bunch of stuff. It looks pretty good. It's a precedent-smashing. First issue appears in 2 different versions. Let's see, the unexpurgated version, the direct market edition, is for mature readers only, and it has a foil-enhanced cover by Dennis Cowan. The newsstand version will be a little different. It'll be, I believe it'll be authority approved, so there'll be some of the violence and blood expurgated, as they say. Cool. So I'm getting the direct version.
Cool.
How much is it? It's $2.50. It's in December. Looks good. Get it. Number 1.
I want you to know I was going to review that one too. But I got a different one. Okay, this is for all the Todd McFarlane fans out there. I'm reviewing Spawn number 19. Todd McFarlane is back to give you a heart attack. The Mac is back. Todd McFarlane returns to writing, penciling, and inking Spawn after his 3-month disappearance, working on something else. Better than that, in this issue, he introduces a new character called the Freak.
He was working on the Batman Spawn crossover.
Yeah. Still sticking with Spawn. New character called the Freak. Where did this new mystery creature come from is more importantly, is he a hero or a villain? Nobody knows. There's no information on this, but
I know.
You know for a fact?
Yep.
Is he a bad guy?
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe they'll kill the Violator together because that thing is around forever. Which we got to meet the Violator too at a convention. He was standing there next to the car. You'll see some good pictures of that.
I thought that was Al Simmons.
No, Al Simmons was the guy that was walking with his Spawn.
Oh, Violator's a little stiff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Real cute.
Is that the guy with the head on the floor?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a heart.
Oh, hard, okay.
Ripped heart off, sees him. Fun stuff. But that's my review. I'm looking forward to it because I really, really like Spawn series. That's been taken up real wild up here. Like I said a couple weeks ago, in Annapolis, Maryland, Spawn is the hottest selling, and now it's taking Buffalo like crazy too. So, with that one. That one, it sells for $1.95, and it has no shipping date. So, it'll be out sometime. So,
I've got to say is Todd McFarlane's a butthead. Yes. We saw his show, and he's been signing his 1,000 lines. I mean, a lot of people that would want to, but
they were away.
He's one of those people who's just like, there you go. He's like a real, you don't have time to talk. He's too big for everybody. Second review this week, number 3. That's not the one. And Razor number 1. It's 295 black and white by Tucci Bose, and it's from Razor. It's from Limited Treasure. What the heck? I got that.
I don't know.
They get usually from Night Studios. I didn't from Limited. Well, from Night Studios, explosive ultra goes to against the beating rapists. Gunned out and wounded is saved serious woman warrior which is Japanese for it. So don't miss the sex ice ever to get Arkin back up. And Razor number 1 for $2.95.
You might per 2. That really.
Well, quick review per $2.95. Light Battle Light Comics fans have been Dreadwolf versus Berg. Meanwhile, I'll go and search it. Isn't that great? That's the review. That's all they got.
The arms cross, dagger like a cross, sitting on his dagger like a cross on your forehead. I first was cool. I'm gonna set that series. Okay, today it comes some different things. These I tell you, these right here are so. Purchase these with you. These are stupid. These are signed. Your mother vet about a week. So they're price. And they post down, take one, and knock them off. That's how my kids do. I think these like that, like
Hawaii.
Buffalo. I packed for 6 of them. There was cards. I'm